back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dovey. Today we are doing another pick a card reading. Today's reading is what's the tea on you, okay? Let's just find out what people are saying, what people think about you, you know, whatever is coming out, okay? So we have 3 piles. Pile 1, they'll be in the thumbnail too. Pile 1 is the Modern Witch Tarot with the Cancer on your dice. Pile 2 is the Hoodoo Tarot with Mars as your dice. And pile 3 is the Mystic Moon Tarot with the number 7 on your dice, okay? So if you need more time to figure out your pile, you can go ahead and pause it here. If not, the rest of us are going to go ahead and get started. Let me just do my timestamps real quick. Okay, so pile 1, you have the Cancer symbol and Modern Witch Tarot, okay? Please tell me about pile 1 and what is the gossip on them. Pile 1, what is the gossip on you? That's a lot, but I'm gonna take it. Okay, Knight of Wands, King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Strength, 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and Tower. I feel like you've triumphed over something. I feel like it's something like you must have like grown up or matured, because I feel like it's saying you used to like get into trouble a lot or try to run from responsibilities or something, because you have Knight of Wands to the King of Wands, okay? So that is growth. A lot of fire here. I feel like some of the growth too could have been having to do with your temper, okay? I feel like people have known you for crashing out. But I feel like something here, especially with the Tower and then Judgment right after, you crossed the line somewhere, and it woke you up, okay? Or maybe something you did had repercussions or consequences for somebody else, not just yourself. Maybe somebody that you cared for or loved. So now maybe that kind of woke you up, because maybe before when you made mistakes, you know, only you suffered the consequences, or maybe you didn't have any consequences, but now this time it actually affected somebody that you cared about, or may have lost some money or a job behind it. So it really shook you up. This is what people are talking about, okay? Yeah, 7 of Swords is like, you realize, yeah, you have to kind of get yourself together. Like, people are starting to only think about you in one way, okay? And you know that this is not all of who you are. And you want to change that. Six of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this time, whatever happened, it cut you to the core. Like I feel like it affected somebody or something that you really cared about, and you're like, okay, I have to get it together. Okay. Devil. Yep. I gotta change my ways. I feel like you finally saw your shadow. Maybe you thought some of the things that you were doing before, I don't know. I feel like you had an immature mindset and you weren't thinking the things that you were doing or the way that you were moving in life was wrong, okay? Maybe you could have, with the Cancer sign being here, maybe you could have learned this behavior, okay? You could have grown up, because Cancer rules the 4th house, which is your family, but also your home. So you may have seen this type of behavior in your home, so you thought it was okay. Your parents may have even taught you how to move this way in life, okay? But you didn't realize that it was not the right way to move. Yeah. I feel like you got away with it a lot because you have a charming personality. People like you. But now you're realizing, let me turn that personality into something for good, okay? But before you were using your charm to manipulate people, okay? This is the gossip on you. Yeah, the Fool, 10 of Wands. I feel like people are proud of you because it's hard, because I feel like for 7 of Pentacles to be here at the bottom, you have been seen this way or been doing this for a really long time. And now you're willing to change it, okay? You're willing to learn the lessons that you should have learned probably when you were a kid. You're taking ownership for it, because sometimes people will continue to act out and they'll blame it on their upbringing, or they'll blame it on their parents, or the neighborhood they grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And now you realize that I'm a grown woman, I'm a grown man. Like, I have to take ownership for my own issues, no matter where they came from, where I picked up these bad habits. I'm the one that has to change it, okay? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I just feel like it's the timing of everything. This was always supposed to happen at this point, okay, in your life, for you to really kind of be ready to grow up. And this could have been, you may have just passed your Saturn return. I don't know, Jupiter return. Maybe you're trying to expand past your comfort zone of what you've known. So that could be 24, 36. Every 12 years is your Jupiter return. Okay. 5 of Swords. I kind of feel like too that you never liked people to see you sweat, okay? You never liked being vulnerable. Maybe you weren't allowed to be vulnerable growing up, or if you grew up in a rougher neighborhood, you couldn't show vulnerability because that showed up as weakness. You're okay with showing that now because it's a strength. Yeah, 8 of Cups. You're taking the spiritual path. It feels like you're going through a dark night of the soul. And this is what people are talking about, like, you're finally, yeah, you're just ready to turn things around. Maybe you have a child now too here with the Six of Cups. So maybe you're like, okay, I have somebody watching me. I have to be more balanced here with the Justice, because they lean on me. Okay, they expect me to be there for them. Unexpected income. I feel like, you know what else I'm getting to? You could have lost a parent or something. Maybe a parent that always kind of took up for your shit, you know what I'm saying? Always bailed you out when you got in trouble. And now they're not either no longer here to do that, or they're no longer able to do that for you, okay? So I feel like you may have, with unexpected income, I feel like you have unexpected responsibility coming towards you. You may have a parent who's, getting older or turned ill or something, and now you have no choice but to, be more reliable, okay? You have high honor here. I feel like you will be praised for this somewhere down the line. I feel like people will be looking at you proudly and proud to say that, they know you. There was a sign. I just recently did some signs, like some short videos, and there was a sign that has similar energy. I just can't remember. That they're kind of doing a complete 180. Oh, I think it was Libra. So you may have Libra in your chart. Wealthy man. Yeah, I feel like you are meant for greatness, but you had to get out of your own way. Yeah, wealthy man, gift, and coffin, which is like the death card. So I feel like you're going through a complete transformation, and you're going to be not only a gift to yourself, but a gift to your community, to your family. I just was going to say you may even be on the path of becoming a politician, or if not a politician, some type of community leader, right? And then you have the official person at the bottom, which, yeah, somebody with an official title. And that's not surprising to me, because a lot of times when you hear of maybe not necessarily a politician, but a community leader, somebody who becomes an activist or a voice for the community, you find out that they came from a background, or they were incarcerated or something, and they decided to turn their life around and give back, okay? And that's kind of was a similar message for the Libra video that I did. They had went through some type of tragedy, and it made them, turn their life around and then help other people do the same. So yeah, I feel like that's what's going on here, and people are talking about it. They're seeing you in a different light. It may be more of people close to you. I don't know if, people who aren't close to you yet see the change, but I feel like people that see you on a daily basis see this changing in you. You're moving differently, okay? Life purpose. Yeah, this is putting you on your path. And then cleanse and detox, okay? So some of you may be coming out of not just bad habits, but you may have, had vices, you know what I'm saying? And maybe you hit rock bottom and had to go, to a rehab or something, to cleanse and detox yourself. But I feel like more than anything, it means you went through some type of spiritual detox, okay? You had to face that shadow and realize that it was time for you to, and I don't want to say run away from the shadow, because a lot of people think like ignoring the shadow or not trying to indulge in your shadow side. You're actually supposed to confront it, understand it, and bring it into balance with your higher self, okay? So I feel like that's what you're realizing, and you're working on that, and it's going to put you on your life purpose, okay? Yeah, I really feel like you being some type of leader or teacher, and showing others the way. But yeah, that's what I get. Let's see, is there anything else that I want to clarify or anything? No, I feel like I really got it clear here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it right there. I don't see or want to go too much more into it. I feel like we nailed the general idea, okay? So please like, share, and subscribe, Pile One. Thank you for coming by and let me share your energy with you today. And I will see you guys at the next one, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, hi Pile 2, welcome. You guys were the Hoodoo Tarot, and Mars was your dice. Okay, so let's see, what is the gossip, the tea on my Pile 2? Your name may be Mark, or Mark may be significant. Or maybe you're hitting the mark. Yeah, Eight of Wands, High Priestess, and Ace of Swords. Wow. Speaking about a message, I feel like some truth is coming to light. Maybe a secret. Eight of Cups. Wow. Yeah, you may be finding out something that you're gonna be. Ooh, Eight of Cups, Two of Cups. Okay. So, and Nine of Coins at the bottom, which is about being independent. Like she tends to show up as a single woman. I feel like we may be walking away from a relationship, or maybe you have already have, and people are talking about what happened. I'm also getting on your marks. You know how they say, like when you get ready to race, it says on your mark, get ready, get set, go. So you may have found this information out and was like going. Like, we don't even have to have no conversation, okay? So it might have been something very like unforgivable, or this person could have done this numerous times and you were like, this is it, I'm ready to go, okay? I feel like you are working on your coins now. Like that's where your focus is. You walked away from this Two of Cups. Also, for some of you, I feel like for most of you this is a love situation, but for some of you, maybe you walked away from some type of business partnership because it was not for your higher good. It was not it wasn't how you saw the business going, so you walked away, made the choice to walk away, and people are gossiping about that. But now you're working on your own Ten of Pentacles. Like maybe this person could have stolen some money from you, or tried to steal an idea and not like they cut you out here with the Ace of Swords. They might have cut you out of something and you found out about it. This Two of Pentacles is just a close relationship. It could also have been a best friend too that you found out was betraying you. Like gossiping behind your back, maybe sleeping with your man. I don't know. But somebody very close to you did some damage, okay? We'll say it like that. Five of Cups, Seven of Cups. Yeah, like they tried to keep you in some type of illusion. They may have been with you for your money or trying to get to your money. If you're going through a divorce, maybe you're going to be getting a lot of money, or you have to give over money to this person. So people are gossiping about, like, how you lost half your fortune to somebody that wasn't even good for you. Yeah, Hierophant at the bottom is definitely giving a marriage or some type of contractual relationship. Four Coins and Four Cups. I really feel like somebody's cheating, but I don't know if it's just physical cheating or if it's like somebody's hiding money, cutting you out of money, stole money from you. This could have been some type of scam too, but it was done to you by a close person. Like they thought you were getting. They made it seem like you was going to get some money off this. This would end up being like a pyramid scheme or something. And they got their coins, but they ran off with your money. Like it's yeah. Definitely gonna pull some love oracle for this, because I feel like for most of you this is a love relationship. A Queen of Cups. This person could have been Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Five of Wands and Death. This person was like competing with you or constantly putting you in competitive situations. So if they, were sleeping with other women or men or whatever, like it was making you always have to deal with these people because they always found out about you. Okay, they would contact you, they would come to your job. Like it's giving, yeah, this person always made you feel like you weren't doing enough, giving enough to them. Yeah, but you finally got tired, because it's like Nine of Wands, Five of Coins. Like you got tired of, it felt like this person was spiritually, financially, emotionally bankrupting you. Yeah, you decided to walk away from this devil energy, this toxicity. You're like, this is not love. Like, I'd rather figure it out on my own. With the clock here, maybe you kept waiting for this person to be different or change or show up for you. Or also maybe you're a person of a certain age and you felt like you didn't want to, start over again. Like, I'm too old now, or I put too much time into this relationship. I don't want to give up so easily. You know what I'm saying? You may even came from like, the school of thought, especially if you grew up in like religion where you don't get divorced no matter what. Like, you just keep on going and pray for your spouse and pray for your marriage and think God will take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Where like, oh wait, no, God, okay, I get it. Don't give up on marriage so easily. It's hard, but God ain't tell you to stay around for no foolishness either. Like, why would God want that for you? Yeah, you want bigger and better relationships, and I feel like you might not be ready to get married right away. When you meet your next person, but you're not gonna let this make you bitter and give up on love. But it's going to take some time for you to heal from this, because this feels like you were with this person for a while. Four of Swords. Yeah, you need to rest before you jump into anything else. Not even just jump into anything else, but you don't have to respond to these people that are talking about you. You know what I'm saying? This will die out and they'll be talking about somebody else soon. They're just being, what do you call them? Newsy, chatty Cathy's, like, I mean, it could be very well your own family and friends, I'm sure, talking about it. But I feel like this was inevitable. This person was not your person. Thief. Didn't I tell you? Okay, pile 2. I'm coming back to your reading because unfortunately I ran out of time yesterday. So I've been thinking about your reading since yesterday. And we left off with this thief card coming out, right? And we talked about somebody maybe trying to get money from you, cutting you out of money, stealing money from you, conning you out of money, something. And I remembered in the beginning of this reading, I kept saying Mark, like something about Mark. And it hit me after I, ended the reading yesterday that a mark is a person, that a con person, a scammer or whatever. That's what they call the person that they're about to victimize, okay? So even if this was a love relationship, this person, I don't know if this was their plans from the very beginning, but somewhere along the line, you became just a mark for them. And I want to say another mark because I don't feel like you were the first victim, or probably not the last, and you're definitely not the only, okay? So you may find out from other people about how this person got conned or scammed by them, so don't be so ashamed of this. I kind of almost feel like you should go out and meet the gossip, meet the rumors, because I feel like by doing that, you're gonna come across other victims or something, you know what I'm saying? And you may even be able to go to the authorities with everybody's story, you know what I'm saying? piecing it together, you might be able to catch this person, okay, if they haven't already been caught. Okay, you got a main male and a mature male came out. So for some of you, this could have been like two brothers or a father and son duo, or because I also, again, like I said, I've been thinking about you guys reading since yesterday. I also was getting a download that somebody else was in on this thing. Like it could have been a friend or a family member who kind of gave information to this person, so they were able to access you or access your information. Like somebody may have talked about your business with this person, and it made them intrigued to want to get closer to you to see if they can get something from you. Okay. Yeah, like even in this card, the mature man, he's sitting like in a library, so he might have been the one to give out the information about you, okay? Because it looks like he has knowledge. And then you have house at the bottom, so which is house for me in this deck. It can literally mean a house, but it also can mean just somebody familiar, somebody in your family tree. So you have some unexpected income. I feel like, and then courtship. This person may want to come meet you or like silence you in a way, like offer you like maybe a little bit of your money back or something, because they may start realizing that not only are you on to them, but like I said, if you go out here and start talking to people, you may find other victims, and it's like they kind of want to silence you or keep you quiet so that you don't find out about all of what they were doing, okay? I feel like you are beating yourself up a little bit because you didn't see this coming, or this person is good at what they do. I think I talked about them being charming. I think that was this group, I'm not sure. But this person is really good at what they do, okay? They don't appear to be who they really are. Like, they're really good at acting. They're really good at wearing a mask, okay? But also, I think I said with this group too that this person could have been brought up like this, and that makes sense for this father and son duo right here, because they may come from a family of scammers, okay, or thieves, or people who like to try to live off of other people rather than going out and getting an honest job like the rest of us, okay? Let's see, is there anything else? Oh, yes. I wanted to pull some love oracle because I feel like for 95% of you guys that are watching, if you resonate with this story, it's going to be a lover, okay? There's a big hole in my heart that I could not fill. I do feel like this person comes from a family that's not really about love. They're about getting that coin, okay? And cutthroat. You know, they're probably cutthroat with each other as well, you know? So I feel like they kind of look at relationships as transactional, okay? They don't really understand the love thing, or even if they did feel any type of love for you, they wouldn't know how to reciprocate that, you know what I'm saying? Because they haven't seen it before. They don't even fully understand it. It's almost like it's a fantasy to them. Like, they don't really believe in love. They feel like only stupid people actually fall in love, or, you know, or it's only something they see in the movies. Like, they don't really have a real belief in it. Look, my mask keeps me safe. I need to fake my feelings. The car was turned the other way, so I didn't even see it. But yeah, this person is really good at what they do, unfortunately. And at the bottom it says, I'm afraid that my feelings are not mutual. I depend on you too much and I have codependency issues. Yes, like, this person is not somebody who can actually stand on their own. This is why they do what they do, okay? They don't know how to make it on their own. They always are going to try to take from others. I do not feel guilty for how I treated you. My ego is too big to care. And we are living two separate lives at the bottom. Yeah, like, how you go about things and see love is not how this person sees it, okay? Let me give you an angel message, pile 2. And then we're gonna close it out. Okay. You have 2 cards that flew out. Blessing in disguise. What appears to be a problem is actually a part of an answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your purpose. To answer your prayer in the best way. Yeah, I mean, I know you probably feel at rock bottom now, but something is going to come out of this. I really feel like you're going to help catch this person, okay? Or maybe it's to help you realize or have more boundaries or something, or maybe find out more about people before you get too close, like, you know, dig deep. But again, this person is so good at what they do, you may have still not figured that out until it actually occurred. And then you have shower of abundance, and I think you're getting this card is because you're going to get back everything you lost from this person, whether it's from them, because I said they may come back and offer you something for your silence, or you're gonna get your abundance back through other means, okay? The universe is going to make sure that you are replenished. It says to heal your financial situation, first give us your worries concerning money. We will guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as fast as you allow it. Yep. So that's what I had for you, pile 2. If this resonated, please let me know down below. If you feel comfortable, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you at the next one, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hi, pile 3. You chose the Modern Witch Tarot, and your dice has the number 7 on it. So you could be Life Path 7. Could be your lucky number. 7 is a number for spirituality. You could be a Cancer. That's or Leo, because July is the 7th month. The 7th house is Libra, so it could be Libra energy too, as we do have Justice on the bottom, as I just saw. So let's go ahead and get into it. That's just, maybe some little confirmations that you're at your right pile. Please tell me about pile 3. What's the tea on them? 2 wands. Seven of Cups and 4 of Cups. Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. I'm getting one thing, and we'll see as we pull more cards if this is the overall energy or not. But I'm getting that you may be like a college student, either undergrad, or going in for your master's. You could also be going into for your residency if you're a medical student. But it looks like you have many options and you're trying to figure out which one that's best for you. I feel like you may be a legacy student, meaning your family wants you to go to their alma mater. Maybe they all graduated from the same university, but you kind of want to do your own thing, but you're scared of disappointing them, okay? And that's the gossip on you, is your family just can't understand why you just won't, like, they feel like it was good enough for them. They don't understand why it's not good enough for you. They might want to, like, a small, like, a state school, but you want to go to, like, because I'm getting New York here, because it looks like New York are a little bit behind in the background of this Page of Pentacles. So you may want to go to a bigger city school. Or you may even want to go international. Like, you may want to go to a school in another country, or you may be deciding to take, what do they call that when you take like a year off? I guess a gap year between high school and college, or maybe even you finish your undergraduate, but before you go on to your master's or your internship or residency, you want to go and maybe do some like backpacking or something. But I feel like your family is also just got borders with doctors with borders, without borders. Is it without borders or with borders? I don't know. So you may want to go volunteer your time, or maybe even join like the Peace Corps. Ugh, I don't know why I can't talk today. Instead of, like I said, go ahead and finish your schooling. I'm also getting, maybe you went off to a big city for college or something, and they were expecting you to come back home and, put your roots down back in your hometown, but you are deciding to either stay in that town, move to a completely different town or state, or, like I said, go international. But yeah, I feel like overall you have a choice to make. It has something to do with your path, and you feel a little clouded about your decision, like which way to go. Um, but I feel like deep down you know. I just feel like you're scared to make that choice. Um, but also this chair is like uncomfortable. Give me a second. All right, there we go. Yeah, I feel like let's clarify some things and pull some more cards. Yeah, you know where your heart is with the Chariot and the Four of Wands. That's to clarify the Seven of Cups. There's no confusion. You're just scared to maybe disappoint family about you want to go off and be independent. You don't want to you just don't want to live, you don't want to keep up with tradition. You want to step out the box. Yeah, Queen of Wands energy, like she's very much about doing her own thing, okay? Queen of Wands is definitely about doing her own thing. She doesn't necessarily, I would say more the Queen of Pentacles probably feels more like she wants to keep in with traditional and raise a family, get married, that type of also Queen of Swords tends to be independent too. And then Queen of Cups, I feel like Queen of Cups tends to be more traditional too. Unless they have some type of like mission. I feel like Queen of Cups and Queen of Swords, well, I feel like, yeah, I guess all of them can have their own mission in life. But for some of the queens, they'll put their family first, then go after their mission or their path. The Queen of Wands is, not only is she going after her path, she is creating the path, okay? She is a trailblazer. And I feel like that's what you are in the family. Maybe the black sheep or the black cat. Is the black cat right here. You're the defiant one. Yeah, Five of Swords, Hangman, and High Priestess. I feel like you're ready to let go of, because I feel like up until now you've been the perfect child, you know, for your parents, maybe even the golden child, but you know, for your better good, for your higher self, since the High Priestess came out, it's time to let go of that, and be on your own path. Ten of Swords, Five of Wands, and the Sun. Yeah, I think your family, they will be upset. You know, they'll keep trying to change your mind for a while, but once you go ahead and do your own thing and they see that you're happy, I feel like they'll come around, okay? If they want to be in your life and not just be right, you know what I'm saying? If they're willing to be like, you know what? I was wrong for trying to get you to live your life like I lived mine, or how I seen you. You know, I always, you know, when you're little, I always seen you going to this school and becoming this and doing that. But I see that you choosing your own way was best for you, and you're happy. So I'm gonna be happy, okay? Yeah, Judgment. Judgment, Two of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, and I feel like you're going to say that to them. When you have this discussion with them, you're going to say, listen, you can judge me all you want. You don't have to like the choices that I'm making, but just respect them. Because if not, I'm going to A, still do what I want to do, but B, it's going to make me feel like maybe not necessarily have to cut you out, but we're going to have minimal contact. Our life together won't be the same, because I know that every time we come together, you're going to bring it up, or you're going to be judging me for the choices I've made. So it's going to make me feel guarded. Yeah, I feel like overall this reading is about you want less people controlling you, and you being able to take ownership of your own life. Six of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, like I'm no longer this kid. Like I need to take, because Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady progress, but it's still progress, right? I feel like, because again, I said a lot of you may have taken like a gap year, or you've taken a significant amount of time to figure out exactly what path you're going to take. So they're like, are you sure about this? Like, you haven't been knowing which way you want to go. You've always talked about many different things. Like, it's giving like they look at you almost like, yeah, like you're a child. Like they still have to guide you, or that you're a little airheadish, or you're easily manipulated, or you know what I'm saying? Almost like you can't think for yourself. And I feel like they feel that way because A, they know that they have been trying to make the decisions for your life longer than they should have. Of course, when you're a child, you need guidance, but you're no longer a child. It feels like you've no longer been a child for a little while. Even if you're just coming out of college, it's been about 4 or 5, 6 years since you've been living at home as a child. You know what I'm saying? Like legally, in the eyes of the law, you have been an adult for a little while now, okay? So, and I feel like you've been doing really good. I feel like you're not somebody who is not, this is not to say you're perfect, but you haven't been out here effing up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've been handling your business. So there's really no doubt. There's no reason for them to doubt that you can walk this path without their control, right? And that's all it is. It's about, well, they're losing their grasp on you. Yeah. They can no longer, with the Magician, they can no longer talk you into doing things their way, okay? For some of you, your family may even be threatening to cut you off financially if you don't, go their way. And I feel like, let it be. It may be difficult for you for a little bit, but I feel like if you're on your right path, the universe will provide, okay? The universe will send angels and people in your path to help you. Yeah, this is all about trying to control you from expanding. And I feel like a lot of it too is their own fears. They can't see you doing the things that you're saying that you want to do because those things scare them. Like, they may have never even left the country or even their state. So you getting on a plane and saying you're gonna backpack through Europe or you're going to Africa, wherever, like, that is like, what? You might as well be saying you're going to outer space. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. It's time for you to take the blindfold off and soil your own seeds, okay? Find out what makes you happy. And there's going to be some trial and error, okay? If you fail or it's like not so great in the beginning, or it's tough to kind of like take care of yourself, especially like I said, if they have been a big financial backing for you, don't let the hard times make you think that you made the wrong choice, okay? I just feel like, one, your faith is being tested, but it's also making you stronger, because some of you may have a path where you need to make decisions. You need to be the one, especially if you're on a path of being a doctor. Like, you're literally making life or death choices, okay? So, you know what this reminds me of? If any of you guys watch The Pit on HBO, it's like a little, I don't know the name of her character, but she's like a Middle Eastern girl, of descent. I think she's American, but she's a Middle Eastern girl of descent, and her mother is like chief of surgery at the hospital that she's a resident at, and her mother kind of like tries to shadow her or find out from other doctors in the hospital, like, what's going on with her, how's she doing, always kind of testing her, like when she does, because of course she's in the emergency room, so when she comes down to the emergency room to consult on something, she's always kind of like quizzing her daughter to see if she knows what she's doing, and she's very much trying to push her towards choosing surgery as her specialty, but she doesn't want to go that way. She wants to go another way. So she's trying, I think her working in emergency is giving her the confidence and building her up to, I feel like eventually she's going to go nose to nose with her mom and tell her mom that she's not a kid anymore and she knows what she wants to do. And she was like a prodigy too, because I think she's only like 21. Yeah, I think she turned 21 or something on one of the episodes. So she's very young to be in residency. So you may be like that too. You might have always been very, very smart, but your family sees you as maybe not knowing how to maneuver like socially, because she's a little bit awkward with the other residents because she hasn't had that much social. I don't think she's ever had a boyfriend and stuff like that. So, for me to tell that story, that may be how your personality is right now, okay? But I feel like you're going to be okay. I really do. But you have to get over this hump, okay, of allowing your family to control your choices. Okay, you got change. Definitely making some changes. The number 9 is prominent in your reading as well. Toil and labor and mature man. Okay, so this could be a father figure who is like guilting you because maybe, of course, they paid for your education or something. Or I'm really getting strongly that you want to take this gap year, or you want to take some time before you actually go into your career or go into graduate school or whatever. And your father may be old school, where he's like, nothing gets you ahead other than hard work. You know what I'm saying? And he may be looking at you as if you're, lazy, or you're throwing away, all the hard work that he has put into you or something. So maybe you could even be changing maybe you went to school for one thing and decided to come out and do something completely different. That could be it too. But more overall, the energy is you're going a different path than your family or your parents went for you. Marriage, okay? Yeah, maybe they want you to, yeah, it's still given tradition. Like they want you to, I'm getting Japanese still. I don't know if that's your background or not, but yeah, like they want you to follow the tradition. You went to school, you go to graduate school, you go into your career, you find a man, you get married, and you might not even be dating right now. And you're like, yeah, courtship at the bottom. Like, that's not even my interest right now. Like, and maybe I'll get married one day or maybe not. You might be somebody who doesn't believe in that, but your parents do. Occupation. Yeah, they want you to follow the tradition. They want you to get married, have children, have a good career. And you come out as a Nine of Pentacles, so you may want to just live a single life. Like you may not want that for yourself. Sudden wealth and journey. Yeah, I feel like you will be rich in many things on your terms, on your path. Okay, anything else? I'm gonna pull an angel card for you, and then we will end it here. Focus on service. Yeah, like I feel like you guys I'm really getting Peace Corps, Borders, Doctors Without Borders, or something. Like you want to go over maybe to another country and be of service. Again, for example, being a doctor, like they want you to go into a prestigious hospital or clinic or something and make your career there. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in the stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. Yeah, I feel you'll be very blessed. And you have life purpose at the bottom, by the way. You'll be very blessed in this life if you follow the path of what you want to do, which feels like you want to be of service. You want to help people. Creative project. Sorry. This writing is so small. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and ignites passion towards your life. Yeah. And then you also at the bottom, you have opportunity to forgive. So, don't hold this against your family. I feel like they're just doing what they've been taught. And you also have go for it underneath. So, yeah, Spirit is 100% behind you with this choice and whatever this path is that you want to go, okay? So, yeah, I'm going to end it there. Thank you for coming by Pile 3 and sharing your energy with me today. Feel free to comment if it resonated. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you at the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.